Crazy. Okay, next. St. John of the Cross. Ah, grabe. Powerhouse. St. John of the Cross is, I haven't even read his stuff, but I know his powerhouse. All right, what does he say? In dry times with no joy, he sat quiet and kept a loving look at God. This is such a great piece of advice. How many of you have spent 30 minutes, 15 minutes saying nothing during prayer? Let me repeat that. I said it's practicals, right? So this is practical for you. Have you heard of a Eucharistic adoration room? The Catholic Church has set this room aside for you to sit. It's air conditioned, it's quiet. There's the a thing there that has the host from a Catholic POV. Jesus is there in the adoration room. You sit there literally, and then you say nothing. Look at the host. Look around. Fine. Say nothing in your mind, say nothing in your mouth. Do not blank your brain, which is a Buddhist thing to do. If you blank your brain, you are just inviting evil spirits to come in. Okay, don't do that. Empty your mind. You just look for a focus, and usually the focal point is the host, the hostia, in a adoration room. If there is no adoration room in your church, you go to a church and then you stare at the cross. Now, the great thing about Catholic churches is everywhere you look, it reminds you of the gospel story. Okay, so pick a focal point, usually the cross, maybe a statue of Mary, statue of Jesus, statue of some suffering saint, and then 15 to 30 minutes, have be quiet. Be quiet like John of the Cross. And if you can, do a loving look at God. Now, nothing will happen, but if you are given grace, something will happen. And you will know it. This is going to be undeniable. Something will happen to you because you'll be telling people, why did that happen to me? It's incredible. You know? That's how it works. I said, this is practical. Sit there, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Hopefully, you're not giving an excuse of, I'm going to bring my prayers in my phone and pray while looking at my phone inside the adoration room or in church. Don't do that. If you want to bring a prayer book, not on your phone, because it looks like you're addicted if you're inside. Besides, this will just get you distracted. When there's a ping, you'll be tempted to answer it. When the alarm goes off, you're tempted to answer it. Bring a prayer book in your adoration or your time with God. Jama, I don't have a church nearby. Fine, go access a garden. Have you heard of these things? Yeah, look for a garden. If you cannot find a garden, look for a place where you can look at the sky. Why the sky? Because it's made of nature. It's not man-made. So just look at the sky if they have no access to gardens or adoration rooms. No. You look at the clouds. If the clouds are there and they're for free, look at them and then you stare at the clouds. Obviously, you can bring this and a crucifix with you, yeah. And then you can just spend 15 minutes saying nothing. No, Jomer, what's this for? Oh, this is for you to pray something because your brain might not survive the saying nothing part. And with that, let me just go to the first part here, page 230. Hey, Sir Ephraim, and anybody else who has this book, when you start in the morning, just like me, you go to the prayer book, you go to page 230. It's the worker's prayer to Saint Joseph. Pray that because you're going to work anyway. Yes? I said your practicals, right? Then after you do the worker's prayer, you pray the prayer before a day's work. There it is. And what's the goal? This is not a simple prayer. Okay, it's seriously Catholic, and the hope is you will learn to memorize it, then teach it to your children, then teach it to your friends from memory because it's super good. I'm gonna read a quote from you guys, which you never hear from any prayer, even extemporaneous prayer, a style that I'm so good at before, but I've never done this before. I will read to you this prayer section only. It says here, before my eyes, the hour of death. This is the Saint Joseph prayer for workers. And before my eyes, the hour of death and the accounting, which I must render of time ill spent, of talents ill employed, of good undone, and of my empty pride in success, which is so fatal to the work of God. What does that mean? Ask God for the grace to understand what that means. Because there are many, many instances you see the words, the meaning is not locked, is not unlocked for you. Just keep praying it and the meaning will be unlocked. Let's keep moving. Saint Paul, I rejoice in my sufferings for